After working with a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of my mentees, there's one thing that keeps a lot of entrepreneurs and content creators stuck in not being able to achieve the goals that they actually set out for. And this one thing is so simple that if you continue to do it, it will make you successful. It will make you a successful YouTuber. It will make you a successful business owner. It will make you successful in general. You ready for what it is? It's consistency. Consistency is the number one thing that people or entrepreneurs and content creators need to do in order to be successful in life. Like a lot of entrepreneurs and content creators, they don't become consistent. They fail to be consistent because one, they may feel bad about themselves because the thing that they're trying to do isn't working fast enough. Like just because it didn't happen in the time frame that you thought it was going to happen at, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. In order to be good at something, you have to consistently do it. Not say, "Oh, well, yeah, I did it for a minute, but then I stopped." Right? Like you get better by doing, not just being present, not just being in the area. You get better by consistently doing. Like one of my mentees, in the beginning of working with them, I told them the key to being successful on YouTube is being consistent, right? The best way to be a better coach is by being consistent. What do I mean by being consistent? It means consistently posting, being consistently active, being consistently talking to people and coaching people. That's how you get better by doing the reps because everybody sucks at basketball when they first start. Nobody's good at basketball when they first start. But if you continue to shoot the ball, if you continue to dribble the ball, pass the ball, all the things, you get better over time. Trust me, I know. And and it's so funny because when you look at little kids, you're like, man, they suck. But when you see them the next year, you're like, how did you get good so fast? How did you become how did you go from being the person that I said that sucked to a person that I can say, dang, you really hooping out here? What does that look like in your business? What does that look like on your YouTube channel? Everybody is not good when you first start a new thing. So I wasn't good at publicly speaking or just speaking in general. But the more that I continue to work on this thing, I continue to get better and better and better. Right? Being a coach, it takes reps, it takes consistency, it takes doing the work and not just saying, hey, I'm a coach. Hey, I'm a business owner. But if I'm not active and doing things in the business or doing things that a coach should do, I will never be good. I will never be good. I will never be great because I didn't consistently do, right? You have to be so there's a principle that one of my mentors actually brought up, and it's called the be do have principle, right? You have to become the person that can do the thing and you'll eventually have the results. So what does that mean in terms of being a coach? You have to become the person that can actually coach people. So how do you become? You start learning new things. You start learning new things, educating yourself on the things that you need to know in order to become a great coach. In terms of YouTube, you have to learn and become the person that can actually show up. Being consistent is just like how the statement said, being consistent, not doing consistent, being consistent. And when you become consistent, then you start to do blank. You start to have better videos because you started showing up on YouTube more and more and more because you dedicated yourself to doing this thing long term. Right. So, what when people or entrepreneurs actually, are inconsistent, it steals your momentum. So, I always give the analogy of a manual car, right? If it ran out of gas or the power ran out of the car or whatnot, if you push that manual car, guess what? You can eventually start that car and get to where you need to go, right? But The moment that you stop before it actually starts, guess what? You lose every bit of momentum that you actually had when it came to pushing that car. Now you have to do the same thing over and over and over again until you actually get it, right? So nobody actually, you know, nobody great actually just stops and says, "Hey, I'm gonna just switch to the next thing." You always try to pivot into something else that you think is going to work because the last thing didn't. But I'm here to tell you, the reason why the last thing didn't work was because you wasn't consistent. I promise you, if you actually became consistent and you dedicated yourself to the thing, I promise it's going to work for you. Do consistency to me is doing the thing so long or working in the business so long to the point where it actually works for you, right? Not saying, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till I get good." Well, you won't get good until you actually do it. Every time you stop, you lose every bit of momentum that you actually had. And I'm gonna tell on myself, right? When I was posting content, I was doing great. I was posting three times a week. I was recording as much as I needed to. But the moment that I said I'm going to take a break, I lost all momentum that I actually had. And it literally took me a while to get back to the place of, oh, I know that I can create good content. Oh, I know that I need to be putting out this content because if people don't see me, if I'm not in people's faces, how would they know who I am? How would they know, like, and trust me if I don't continue to show up? If I don't consistently show up? Not show up one moment here and then disappear for a year and come back again. No, it don't work like that. I'm not Michael Jackson, right? But anytime you want to be great, that inconsistency has to go. That lack of effort has to go. So stop trying to go to the new thing just because you feel like this is the one thing that's actually going to work. Do the last thing until it actually works for you, right? Because your brand is going to say, I never finish what I start. Your videos, your audience is going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to watch him because why? He don't always show up. I got to wonder when he going to post." Versus a person that says, "Oh, I know that they posted a new video." Which one are you? Who are you going to be? Are you going to be somebody that is consistent and always shows up to where your momentum will carry you to the place of success for you? Or are you going to be that person who's inconsistent that never finishes anything and that never reaches the place of success or financial freedom, time freedom, whatever type of freedom you want, right? And just to throw this out here, consistency is practice. We want to talk about practice. We talking about practice, right? You have to be consistent, not only on camera, not only in your business, but you have to be consistent all the way around. You have to show up every single day every single day of the year, to be honest, 365 days. And consistency doesn't mean that you're always increasing. You're going to have some dips. But here's the thing, as long as you don't let that dip hit a flat line, you're good. Dip and go back up. It's almost like the stock market. It goes down, but it always goes back up. Then it always goes back down. Then it always goes back up. Be like the stock market, but continue to trend upwards because that's the one thing that you can control, your consistency. The way that you push out, the way that you actually do things, even when nobody's watching. That's who you truly are. Because me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm an integritous person, whether somebody's watching or not. I'm a consistent person, whether somebody's watching or not. I'm going to be somebody that can be depended upon even when nobody's looking. I'm going to do the right thing even when nobody's looking. Right. And so when it comes to your YouTube, what would happen if you stayed on your YouTube? You said that I'm going to be so consistent to the point where it's finally going to work for me. It's finally going to work for me. Or you actually work that business and work it to where it works for you. What would your life actually look like at that point? Because for me, Guess what? I'm working two businesses. I'm working this YouTube thing. I'm working all the things. I'm not going to say I got it all figured out, but guess what? I'm consistent. I'm going to continue to show up just like I expect you to show up. You have to be the person that people can depend on when the times matter. Like, just like the Avatar, when the world needed him most, he vanished 100 years, right? But when he came back, he was consistent because at that point he had a job to do. But regardless of the fact, when you consistently grow and consistently do the thing that you're seeking to do, I promise life is going to get better. I promise your business is going to get better. I promise your YouTube is going to grow. Right? The Bible talks about this one was more so about money, but a person that actually gains a lot in a short amount of time will quickly lose it. But a person that continues to build slowly over time, they will be sustained in every season that they're in. So don't think that, showing up and doing YouTube and doing your business is going to be something that happens overnight. People work on their businesses 10 years before it actually works for them. And guess what? They never have to work again. So, what is your choice going to be in terms of your YouTube, your business, your life? What is that going to look like? Are you going to continue to put in the work? Are you going to continue to be consistent to where now you can actually see the fruits of your labor at a in this due season? All right. So I just want to give that little nugget for today, man. Like, because I know what life would have looked like if I was consistent when I first started YouTube. In my first month, I had over 30,000 views and I had only posted 2 videos. And I always think to myself, what would life look like if I would have kept going? If I didn't make excuses, if I didn't stop, I could be in a totally different position. But I had to learn that lesson the hard way. So make sure that you actually be consistent, do the thing that you're supposed to do. And if you want a free resource to actually help you get to that next level and continue to be consistent and always do the thing, make sure you comment down below Launchpad, and I'm going to send you a free training to help you go from being stuck and confused to building a profitable, scalable business, right? And I'll drop the link down in the description as well. So that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And just like how we talked about in the video, be consistent. Peace.